Hi friends, welcome to the series Glimpses of Legal Legends of India. In the present series, we will be discussing the great lawyer P.B. Gajendragadkar. He was born on 16th of March 1901. His father was an eminent teacher of Vedas and Sanskrit. After the initial schooling and having his graduate, he joined Pune Law College for the law degree. At that time, he was already married. So, fortnightly, he used to visit his house at Satara. And accordingly, he used to come on Monday. At that time, when the roll call was taken, his friends would give proxy for his attendance. It so happened once that the proxy was caught by Professor Gharpure. Professor Gharpure told the friends of Gadkar that ask him to meet me. Gajendragadkar was very much tensed when he went to meet his professor. Professor Gharpure, instead of scolding, simply said, "This is a new book on Hindu law. Please give me your comments on this." And he was relaxed. After he passed his exam, his elder brother, Appa Sahib, took him by tram to Bombay High Court building and told him, "This is your karma bhumi." Subsequently, Mr. Gajendragadkar started his practice. For first 3 months, he was not having a single brief and he was very much frustrated. He did not know what to do. So he wrote to his friend in Karnataka that he should get a job of teaching for him. Accordingly, he got a job of teaching in Karnataka and he was about to leave Bombay. One fine day, a customer came to his house and knocked the door. The client immediately handed over him an appeal as well as 100 rupees. He was not having even Wakalatnama form with him. Now there was a tricky situation. On one side, he had a proper job and on the other, he is having his first client. So he consulted his brother and Advocate Gumaste. Advocate Gumaste gave him the Wakalatnama form and said, "Go on with the profession." He appeared in appeal before Judge Lallubai Shah. At that time, the other side lawyer was Mr. Thakur, and he said that since the client of Gajendragadkar has not filed a reply, his appeal should be made absolute. Gajendragadkar was not knowing the procedures at all, and this fact Judge Lallubai Shah could gauze. He asked him, "Do you have your reply ready?" He said, "No, sir." Lallubai Shah said, "I am granting you time. On next time, please come with a reply." This generous act of Lallubai Shah made him the role model of Gajendragadkar throughout his life. Slowly and steadily, Gajendragadkar started getting good briefs and his practice increased. One incident happened. A client came to him for filing an appeal in a criminal matter. He asked him that, "Who has referred you?" The client said, "I have come with a reference of Judge Barley, who is sitting in Bombay High Court as a judge." Gajendragadkar prepared the appeal, filed the same, and it was filed and it came for hearing before the same judge, that is Judge Barley, who had referred the client. Judge Barley understood and identified the client. He immediately asked the public prosecutor that this is a client which I have referred to Mr. Gadkar. The same appeal is before me. Do you have any objection? Public prosecutor said he has no objection. The entire appeal was heard by Judge Barley, and finally the appeal was dismissed. So this shows the amount of respect even that public prosecutor had and the faith he had on Judge Barley. Subsequently, Gajendragadkar was elevated as a judge of Bombay High Court. Then he was elevated as a judge of Supreme Court, and finally he was Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India. During his tenure as a judge in Supreme Court, he participated in 575 constitutional bench cases, out of which he authored 166 constitutional bench judgments. After his retirement, he was chairman of the Law Commission of India. He was honorary Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University. It is Gajendragadkar who originated the idea that advocates of Supreme Court bar should be elevated as judges of Supreme Court, which later on took place. As far as the juniors are concerned, he was tremendously supportive and encouraging to the juniors. He always felt that a busy advocate should always have a junior with him, and if an advocate who is very much busy and not having time, he should allow his junior to argue the matter. So that was the kind of an sympathy which he had towards junior. There is a very interesting thing. Initially, when Gajendragadkar joined Bombay Bar, there was one advocate who was a very senior person, told him that you are not fit to be an advocate and you will never succeed as a good advocate. So it is better you go back to your house and start your teaching profession. How wrong that senior advocate was. The graph of Gajendragadkar clearly shows that a person who was briefless for first 3 months subsequently retired as a Chief Justice of India. Team Hammurabi Tablet salutes